My name is Melissa Nelson. I am co-owner of South Bend Industrial Hemp, and I am bringing to you...
I'm Aaron Baldwin, co-owner of South Bend Industrial Hemp as well.
Richard Baldwin, co-owner as well.
Okay, so we've been a part of this journey since 2019. We are a little bit unconventional. The boys are fourth-generation farmers in the area. I'm a crop research scientist, and together we created South Bend Industrial Hemp. Can you kind of tell us, Aaron, how you and Richard came to bringing industrial hemp onto your farming operation?
Really started, we came across some industrial hemp CBD type products at a seminar one time or at a meeting, and I just was visiting with the gentleman about these products and figured out that obviously these products come from a plant, and then if it's a plant it has to be grown, and they were looking at how to large scale operate growing these plants, and we're always looking for ways to diversify the farm as far as traditional crops and traditional farming techniques go. So it just really kind of caught my eye and thought that this was something worth looking into, and just researched the plant more and more, its benefits of the plant, the benefits in the soils, and just all that stuff, and just really felt like it could be a very good fit in our farm. So presented it to these two, and some accepted it more than others, but after we really researched it enough, it was something we thought was very viable and very scalable, so we just kind of went with it, and here we are.
Yeah, we're definitely all in. Okay, so Richard handles a lot of the day-to-day operations on the farm, irrigation pivots, running the planter, running the combine, etc. So Richard, can you kind of do a quick synopsis of maybe the similarities between managing industrial hemp on the farm compared to a corn crop per se?
A lot of it's just very similar. It's all gets planted about the same time. Hemp goes in a little bit earlier. We manage it the same with irrigation and fertigation. It's similar in the amount of fertilizer we put on it, and harvest. We come in and harvest it with all our same machinery, and it's a little bit sooner than our conventional crops, so it's pretty similar.
Okay, so while Richard handles the day-to-day operations on the farm, Aaron is very involved at the processing facility and really overseeing the products that are coming out of that. One of the challenges that we've seen in this developing industry is a lot of manufacturers come to us and ask us, how are hemp products developed, or how do I create this product out of hemp? Aaron, can you kind of tell how you work with those manufacturers to bring their product to life using our raw materials?
It can be a tricky question, but a lot of it is kind of straightforward, and most of the time, you know, an end user, somebody that we would sell our raw herd and fiber to, knows what they want, but a lot of times they don't, and we do get a lot of questions. Hey, I want to make this out of herd. How do I do it? Well, unfortunately, I'm not an engineer and I don't have all those answers, but we do feel like we have a really good support system in finding those answers and finding people to help us do that. But the main thing is to find out what they want, how they want to do it, and how they're doing it. Therefore, I can come back to the facility and talk with Dodge and say, hey, this is the kind of material they need. This is what we need to do to supply them with what they need. So that's, to me, that's kind of, you know, what I like to do, and where I like to connect the end user, the way they need a product, what they're going to make, and then how we can help them by how we can make our material better fit their needs.
Okay, last question. So one of the reasons that we need to continue growing the industry, and is an integral part of the success at our processing facility, is bringing farmers on board from all across the Midwest. So Richard, can you kind of share some of the things and the tips and tricks, or maybe some of the questions that you get from growers within our growers group that are getting ready to bring hemp into our processing facility? So can you kind of share about that relationship?
As in,
like how we support them.
How we support them. We try to support them in any way we can. We can support them Usually in the spring, we start off with supporting them with sourcing seed. And then we go into helping them get the seed properly put in the ground, depending on what kind of equipment they have and how they feel like they want to go about it. We can try and support them any way we can there. And then we'll continue through the year and supporting them and helping them get their nutrients put on and just kind of managing the crop with some with our agronomist support. And then come harvest time, we can help them with different ways, whether they're harvesting for fiber or harvesting for seed and fiber. We just, we try to help them do everything that we know how to do or what we plan on doing ourselves.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks, guys. So one of the things with our growers group is we always try to value add, whether that's through knowledge, whether that's through seed selection and what we need at the processing facility. And our plan, if you're very familiar with the cotton industry, in the cotton industry, they've got a harvester that is shared between multiple farmers, or there's custom harvesters that come in just because they are so expensive. We would love to be able to provide that to our farmers in our growers group by next growing season, so we can continue developing the industry, continuing to reduce that stress on the farmers on the what ifs in terms of equipment. So that's a little bit about us. And if you have any questions, you know where to find us. South Bend Industrial Hemp on Facebook, South Bend Hemp on Instagram, or southbendindustrialhemp.com.